Arizona, Chase Edmonds is the 28 and Connor's the 36 at running back. I was high on Edmonds, and then they signed Connor, and then I was under the I was projecting Connor for more work, but it doesn't look like the consensus really agrees with me.
Oh, you're projecting Connor for more work, like when they're both healthy,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm in a similar range, but like when is Connor going to be healthy? He's
right.
never played a full season. He's coming off foot surgery, so I think Edmonds has that built-in upside already, and he's more likely to hit it. But I'm with you. I think both are kind of like uh, cheap. Their ADP is a little bit high, so I target both. I mix and match because yeah, when Connor's healthy, I think he's going to have more of a workload. But when it comes to Chase Edmonds, I'm a little bit worried about Rondale Moore kind of siphoning away some targets because he's the kind of guy you want to put the ball in his hands, and he has that make you miss ability. So I think that could limit Chase Edmonds' receiving ceiling, and we kind of need that with Edmonds when Connor's healthy. So that's why I'm kind of shying away from Edmonds as well. The Connor signing obviously hurt his value, but in the end, I think he's going to miss a few games, and Edmonds is going to have that RB2 upside in a few games. So I think both guys are definitely worth targeting at ADP.
Hopkins, the wide receiver 4. Yeah, probably make a case for him anywhere in the top 4. AJ Green is 63. Christian Kirk is 64. And Moore is 79. Any thoughts on those 3 ADPs?
I think Moore is going to be exciting. I wouldn't really target him fancy. I don't think he's going to see enough targets necessarily, or touchdown potential to be fantasy relevant. But he'll just be a good real life player to watch. He's going to be exciting. It's hard to like AJ Green, but he's so cheap that he might be worth a flyer here and there. He was just so inefficient last year. It's hard to project a guy at his age to bounce back. But certainly there's potential there. Same thing with Christian Kirk. He's probably going to play more in the slot, which is more of his natural position. So he might finally break out. But there's just so many targets to go around that, DeAndre Hopkins is going to get most of them. I think he's really the only guy that you need to target at ADP. Whereas these other guys, they'll probably need one of them to go down for the other 2 to step up. So I'm a little less interested in these ancillary receivers.
Yeah, I think I would probably just fade Green and target Kirk and Moore because I think they're the better players at this point. I mean, AJ Green, he sat out a year. He missed that year. He had a 59.7 catch rate and a 9.0 yard per target. And then he comes back and he has a 45.2% catch rate and a 5.0 yard per target with a better quarterback. So, I mean, yeah, it's not looking great for AJ Green here. What's our prop for Arizona?
So let's go with Kyler Murray's rushing yards because I think we saw him definitely hit his ceiling there last year.
Yeah.
But he admitted that he was running a bit more because of the shoulder injury. So, how do you factor things like that in when it comes to rushing projections? I have him at 700 rushing yards.
Yeah, I have him at 725. So right in the same range, maybe a yard and a half off per week, per game. I think again, you got to look at the scrambles. And his was a little higher once he started getting hurt, but he's still one of the, he still scrambles more than a lot of quarterbacks in this league, and he also gets his fair share of design runs. And I think given that backfield with Edmonds and Connor. Edmonds more of a receiver. Connor struggles to stay healthy. He's still going to get his diet of those. So, kind of a split of what we saw the last his first 2 years of his career. Kind of splitting it down the middle. Not as much as last year, but probably still a little more this rookie year.
Yeah, sounds about right. We're in the same range. Like I said, I have it right around 700.
Yep.